101st Airborne Division. This is going to my brother in Belgium.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah. So we're going out to dinner with this gentleman right here, Carmin Gisi. Battle of the Bulge, Bastogne. There you go. 101st Airborne. He's 94 years old and he's driving me. I'm not driving him, so that's pretty darn good, I would say. All right, Carmin, appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, it's not every day that a boy from Belgium gets to sit in a car with a veteran who fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Isn't that something, eh, Carmin?
Yes, sir.
And I bet you never thought you'd be sitting next to a kid from Belgium.
Right. Say that again.
Yeah, well, you know, the last time we went to the roll call thing, when you gave your story, you know, up there, I listened to that, and my heart went out to all the boys out there that went through that, you know what I mean? I mean, some of the things you were saying when you found, you went into that tent there, and I guess the Germans had slit the throats of the, yeah, terrible, I mean.
Yeah, it was a horrible time there.
Yeah. I don't, go ahead, I'm sorry.
The weather, you know, was bad, and the fighting, it wasn't an easy thing.
No.
And the worst part of it was the people of Belgium suffered a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they did. You know, and I think my parents went through you know, when you were in the Bulge, you were only about 70 kilometers from our village. Isn't that something?
About that.
Yeah, no kidding. I think it's 70 kilometers, which is probably around 40 or 38 miles or so. And my brothers and sisters were alive, and my mom and dad, and but of course by that time Belgium had been already liberated, except for the Bulge. You know, that's where the last hangout was there. So
yeah, the people of Belgium and Europe, they suffered a lot. A lot of people don't realize that, you know.
yeah.
How many had died?
But you know, when I did the research on the Battle of the Bulge, 19,000 Americans in 41 days. Brother, that's a lot of men.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Well, that was a great battle. I mean, that was the decisive battle of World War II.
Yeah, it was.
And the Germans were finished after that.
Yep.
But you know, the battle at the 101st and Bastogne was very critical, you know?
Yes, it was.
The Germans wanted it. We had to keep it. It was very, very intense.
Yeah, the Germans wanted to get to Antwerp.
Oh, yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah.
There was heavy fighting in Antwerp. But of course, the Bulge, with the frozen, the snow, and there was a lot of confusion in the Bulge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you had that German guy there that did the Malady massacre on our guys. Man, that was quite a deal.
Yeah.
So it's a privilege for me to be here with Carmin today. I've been planning to do this for some time, buddy.
Well,
We're finally getting there.
yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to feed you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the least I can do for you. I'd give you a Belgian beer, but you know, I can't get a hold of it. That's good. What a beautiful day here. I know back in Canada right now they got about 2 feet of snow there, Carmin. And here we are on a beautiful December day, about close to 70, but a little cool wind in there.
Yeah, a little wind.
Yeah.
It's nice, though.
It's gorgeous out here, yeah.
So popular with
Eating.
cafe. Should really be proud of it this time. It's called Bacon's.
Oh yeah, sounds good to me. We're going into Bacon's Bistro and Cafe. Look at this healthy breakfast this soldier has, okay? Compared to his K rations. Huh? We're having a healthy breakfast with fruit, all good stuff right there, right here in America. So remember that down there in Belgium and in Canada. We're having fun. Well, that was a good breakfast there, soldier.
It was.
Huh?
Thank you again for
Well,
that.
that was good, man. Oh, thank you, buddy. Look at the beautiful weather out here in sunny Texas.
Sunny Texas.
Oh, yeah. We had a good breakfast, a healthy breakfast, and a good conversation.
Yeah.
Huh? Talking about the good old days.
That's the best
Now,
part.
these guys went through the Depression.
Yeah.
I mean, when I listened to the words of old Homer Cox, at 10 years old, he could hook up 2 mules to a wagon and haul cotton to Cleburne, which was about 14 miles away, which would take most of the day to get there. I mean, some of the stories are just
I can imagine.
unbelievable. I remember my mom used to have a 8mm movie camera, and she'd take movies of everything. There was no sound on it. You'd have to wait about 3 weeks before you got it back. And then when we got it back, it got more light in it than you get movies. you had a few good scenes, and the rest was all light that snuck into the camera. You know what I mean?
Was that in Belgium?
Yeah, that was in Canada. Yeah. When we came to Canada in 1953.
Oh.
Spent 10 days on an old troop carrier. No kidding. I did the research. I did the research on that boat, and it used to carry troops from New York to France, and from England to Normandy, and then it was bought out by a company in Belgium years later, and then it was scrapped in Brugge, in Bruges, in 1970 something. No kidding. Yeah. You do research, it's amazing what you can find on the internet, Carmen. You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
When I went to the internet, I saw your ugly face on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sign. You can put in there, "Merry Christmas, Alex, 2017." I'm going to mail that off to him. Yeah, we had a very nice lunch. I learned a lot.
Yeah, did you go to your favorite place?
Yeah. I had the same thing he did, except I had whole wheat toast.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
It is. It's very nice. It's clean. It's neat there.
ALEX.
Yeah, ALEX. Beautiful job.
Now, who was it you said works for Dr. Oz? The wife of...
Yeah, that's my son's father-in-law,
Yeah.
his son,
Oh.
wife. Yeah. Dr. Oz, yeah.
I guess he's a good man to work with.
Yeah, he's very interesting, very intelligent, has a lot of good advice, you know.
All right.
Well, that looks good, buddy.
How's that sound?
101st Airborne. Isn't that a nice picture? See, there's Homer. He signed it yesterday. This is the fellow that's paralyzed. He's in a nursing home all day. We finally got him out to Wings Over Dallas. Of course, you know Tex.
Tex, I know her.
Yep. And that's the 106th Infantry guy.
Yeah, I met him.
Yep. This guy, he was also in Europe. I don't think you met him. Of course, you know Don.
Don, I know.
Yep. And this is the fellow that passed away that I used to take places. Yeah. And that's my brother right there. See, he's got an M109 in his hand there, and I got a Mustang. We always talk war stuff when we get home, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's 86 now. So when you were there, he was in his teens.
You do resemble each other.
Yep, except I'm better looking, that's all.
I mean, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else there,
No,
Bob?
that's it. I appreciate it, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go and we'll look at some of your medals and a few odds and ends, and appreciate that.
Now, were you in service too? You were in
No, I was born in Belgium, and so I was born in 45,
Yeah.
just after the war. Yeah, but he was only about 70 kilometers from our village, where my mom and dad, my brothers and sisters were. Yeah.
His family went through the war.
Oh,
Yeah.
He gets treated royally.
Oh yeah, when he goes to Bastogne, he's a national hero there.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful people.
Then they have a parade there on December the 16th every year, with the American flag and all the vets and everything else.
Tanks,
Yeah.
trucks, everything.
And tanks, trucks, the whole.
That they taught their children
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
And they are just as dedicated.
yeah, exactly.
That's really
But
nice.
you go there and you see the little boys, they make the miniature parachute
Yeah.
clothes.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Really.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to keep history alive. You know, it's like I was telling them today. I mean, we have roll call, which I really enjoy, but it's getting too big now. It's getting to the point where the greatest generation is kind of slowly fading out. To me, that's not the whole issue. Hey, the other vets, they deserve what they do, but this generation is unique. It's
you know
the
that
history.
happened in Florida too when he belonged to the 8th there was very few
Yeah.
his age, and World War II, and all the other vets came in, but it wasn't the same.
No, it's
because
not the same,
Not
no.
because they didn't deserve it, but
Yeah.
they different.
Yeah, it's a different. When I go there, I love being around there because I'm with, I'm with a generation of individuals who were raised different, who have a different mentality, who have respect for the country, not this liberal pee on the flag stuff, pardon my language.
Exactly.
To me, that's very frustrating, and people laugh at that. But when you pee on a flag, you're peeing on Carmin, no offense.
You're right.
Or the other guys I visit, you see, and that's frustrating to me. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Can you
that
give us a
drives-
shot, her and I?
A shot of what? Oh, you're on right now, buddy.
Well, I didn't know that.
I'm going to make a
believe-
copy of this for you and send it to you so you can watch
I
it.
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah,
That's how
yeah.
much I know about that.
No, this,
Well,
this thing,
the light blinking.
yeah, this is a
I
video.
don't have my stage makeup on.
Oh, you look gorgeous. You look like Zsa Zsa Gabor. There you
Oh,
go.
really? I doubt it. Thank you very much.
Hey, no, I'll make a copy of this and you can have a copy of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can watch it and show your kids and stuff.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So there we are. Look at that. I love this stuff. Here you got, buddy. You got it.
All right.
Yeah.
This here was given to me by the French government,
Uh-huh.
and I'm called a Chevalier,
Oh, yeah.
Legion of Honor.
Uh-huh.
This was a gift from a friend of mine who lives in Florida now,
Uh-huh.
and he made this all up
Uh-huh.
and sent it to me
Wow.
for no charge.
No kidding.
Now, he's a World War II Navy veteran,
Oh, yeah.
and he made 400 of these.
Wow.
You know the Band of Brothers
Yeah, yeah.
Company E?
Yeah, yeah.
He made one for each guy.
No kidding. Isn't that something?
And a friend of mine sent me this. It's a Battle of the Bulge
Yeah.
honor.
No kidding.
My name
Carmin
on it.
Gisi. There's your number, your serial number.
Yep.
Glider infantry. I mean, that must have been something to be on a glider, buddy. Once they cut you loose, you're on your own. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
Company E 506.
Uh-huh.
Wild Bill Guarneri, one of the Band of Brothers.
Oh, yeah. No kidding, eh? Isn't that something?
These are gifts now they're given to me.
Yeah, yeah.
This one in the middle was given to me as a gift.
Uh-huh.
That's me in combat up there.
No kidding. Isn't that something? I mean, who flew those things? Did somebody glided
Glider
them?
pilots.
Yeah, glider pilots, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were Air Force.
Yeah.
Another guy from E Company 506, Bay
Uh-huh.
veteran.
Uh-huh. Ain't that
Picture
something?
of me in combat.
Oh, yeah.
Guy on the right on the bottom.
Okay.
No, on the left on the bottom.
The black guy. No.
That's me.
Isn't that something, eh? You covered your face.
31st.
Ain't that something, eh?
And that's a heavy weapons platoon of my company on the top.
Oh, yeah.
See the bazookas.
Yeah, right, yeah. That's something, eh?
And
And these are yours right here, correct?
well, this I made myself.
Okay.
Before I got that.
Okay, yeah. It's got airborne, your glider, yeah, yeah.
And there's my dog tags.
Your dog tags, yeah. Oh,
This
nice.
is from the state of New Jersey where I was born.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They sent me that.
Isn't that something, eh?
And I got another. I just got this the other day at work.
Uh-huh.
I was a guest veteran at my son's
Oh, yeah.
defense department.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave me that Eagle.
Is that what your son used to fly right there?
That was the first plane he flew.
No kidding.
727.
727, ain't
And there
that
he is
something?
right there.
Uh-huh, oh, yeah.
And there's my other son served in
Oh,
the Air
yeah.
Force.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy, I don't know.
That guy looks like trouble to me. Yeah.
And then I got my little room here.
Oh, yeah, well, that's interesting. Oh,
Instead
my.
of a closet, it's a
Yeah.
memorabilia room.
Oh, yeah. Ain't that something? Well, that's really something, Carl. I mean, yeah. And there's
My
your
uniform there.
your uniform right there.
Jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Here's my
Beautiful.
M1 rifle.
Oh, yeah. You got your M1 carabine, eh?
My son bought it for me.
Okay. Hold that up there. We'll have a look at it there. There you go. That was the gun that really made it. I mean, when you guys first went down there, you had World War I helmets, and you had the Springfield 1902, and then this came along, and the new helmets came along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't that something, huh? Well, that's something.
Now, this is a collage
Uh-huh.
of a friend of mine that I was a guest veteran on a tour in Europe.
Uh-huh.
And we were on, here he is right here,
Uh-huh.
on Omaha Beach.
Omaha Beach.
And one day I got a big package,
Uh-huh.
and this was in it.
Uh-huh.
All the things on the tour.
And that's something.
Yeah. Now this is a picture of my colonel of my battalion. Colonel
yeah.
Allen, he's a Texan.
Oh, yeah, no kidding, eh?
He's gone now.
Passed away, huh?
He died at 100 years old.
Wow.
And he wrote on there, I don't know if you can read
And
that.
that's something. To my dear friend Carmin Gisi, a great combat soldier who did his best to bring in glory to his flag and who was the best soldier to handle this flag in its officer's capacity. Very good, my friend. Yeah.
That was my last day in the service.
No kidding. eh?
Celebrating in a cafe outside of
France.
a camp in New Jersey.
In New Jersey, okay. Yeah. Ain't that something, eh, buddy?
I think you're gonna like this.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Bastogne.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Now, a Belgian man
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
collected all the back of artillery shells that had been shot
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
And these are brass. The back of the shell is brass.
Yeah.
He collected that and made the story of Bastogne.
Isn't that something?
And this is one of the originals.
Isn't that something?
They have them out there square, but that's
Uh-huh,
not.
yeah.
This is one of the first original. Here's the German general
Yeah.
handing McAuliffe to surrender.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's Bastogne.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that something?
And this is some stuff I got from German soldiers.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't that something? Yeah, that's the belt buckle.
Yeah.
Goat mittens. Yeah, I got one of those for my
Yeah.
brother. I got to show it to him because...
God and trust.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
That right
God-
up there,
God they trust.
that's the same one as you got, Alec. Yeah, that's something.
Now there's the hospital that was overrun by the Germans,
Uh-huh.
the 101st Field Hospital,
Oh, yeah.
which I got there the very next morning,
Uh-huh.
and I took that picture.
Uh-huh. Is
I
that...
found a camera in a foxhole.
Yeah. No
and
kidding.
I took it out and that's the 10th, but they already were captured on the 19th. This was the 20th.
Okay.
That's me and my buddy Al. I'm on the left.
Uh-huh.
Al was wounded in the ear. You could see
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, I see that.
And a couple of days after this picture was taken, he was killed.
Oh, no.
There's me in a foxhole on the way down.
Yeah, yeah, I
the
see that,
right.
yeah. Well, that's interesting, man.
Here's a picture of we captured a German command car.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
me right over here.
Oh, yeah. Ain't that something?
Right here.
Uh-huh.
That's Chris when she was 18 years old.
Wow, look at that, eh?
There's my dad in World War I.
Uh-huh.
There was me and my dad after World War II. I came home.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's interesting, man.
There's my granddaughter and me.
Ain't that something?
And she took a picture at an air show that had this
Oh, yeah,
thing.
Bastogne. Oh, yeah.
She got near it and took a picture.
Yeah, ain't that something? Well, that's a nice display you got there, Carl. No
And
kidding.
I got
All the
books
books.
and-
Oh, yeah.
there's the No Silent Night that I'm in.
Yeah.
And
Did you see that movie, Silent Night? It's a movie about, it's based on a true story about a young boy and his mother trying to get to the American side during the Bulge. And they stopped in their old hunting cabin. In the meantime, some GIs come in to find the cabin to bring one of their wounded vets in there. And later the Germans come in. It's very well done. It's called Silent Night. No kidding. It's by Hallmark. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My wife just ordered it for me on Amazon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Carmen, this sure is great. I'll tell you. Yeah. You got a nice setup here. Nice memories. And you know what?
here's a book
Huh?
that I'm in.
Oh yeah, you're in that book?
And in fact, I gave them pictures to put in the book.
Oh, no kidding, eh?
Yeah,
No Silent Night, ain't that something?
that's the name of the book. Okay, these are pictures.
Yeah, yeah, I saw, yeah. Ain't
And
that?
there's me. There's me and my buddies.
Oh, wow.
There's my company.
No kidding.
No Silent Night. Nice
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
It's all about the last Christmas battle of World War II.
No kidding. That's it. The Bulge. Yeah. Yeah.
Now let me tell you about this. This guy here
Uh-huh.
was the radio man for General Taylor of the 101st Airborne during World War II.
Okay.
And he wrote this book.
Oh yeah.
Hollywood just bought the rights to this book.
Wow.
They're making a movie called Liberty Road.
No kidding.
Liberty Road. They're in the process of making
Isn't that
a movie out of this.
On Bostonia then.
It's about Bastonia.
Yeah, yeah.
The last Christmas battle of World War II.
Isn't that something?
And more.
Hey, they'll probably contact you, Carmen.
They
Might
already
you get
did.
some originals on there at the end, you
Two
know.
script writers
Uh-huh.
called me up one day.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they wanted to know a little bit about the fighting at the tent
Yeah.
city.
Now that tent, is that where you discovered the slit throats, or was that?
Yes, that's the same
tent.
place. That's the same place. The tent, these two, I couldn't get them all in the
Yeah.
picture. But if you'll see some rope this way, there's tents here.
Uh-huh.
And that was the operating tents over
Uh-huh,
here.
yeah.
And they were on gurneys, ready to be operated on.
Uh-huh.
When the Germans came down from the northwest, captured everybody, these two guys were badly wounded.
Uh-huh.
And they couldn't take them, so they slit their throats
Yeah, man.
and put them out of their misery.
That's
And when we got there, I was me and this guy here were the
Yeah.
first ones in there.
Uh-huh.
And we scouted around, found that camera,
Uh-huh.
and we saw them two guys dead.
That's something. That'd be enough to get you angry and upset too when you
Yeah.
think about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this stuff I got out off of German soldiers, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Off their belts and what have you.
Yeah, yeah. And that's something. Well, quite a historical display you got there, Carmen, really.
And I don't know what this is on. Somebody was telling me this is on the computer.
Oh, yeah? Battle of the Bulge.
It's the battle at the crossroads
Uh-huh.
with my company.
Oh, really, eh? Oh, yeah, Battle at the Crossroads.
Company B, 401 Glider Infantry.
That's
And
you.
we held up the Germans for 2 days
No kidding.
fighting there at the
And that's-
Crossroads
and that's
X.
something.
Yeah, Crossroads X.
Yeah, that's something. Now, you know, the Germans had penetrated just about every line but one.
Well, you see,
In-
excuse me,
Yeah.
this is one of the mistakes that the Germans made in the battle for Bastogne.
Uh-huh.
What they did, they hit all around the perimeter,
Uh-huh.
here, there.
Yeah.
Instead of getting their troops all in one spot
Yeah.
and making one big push into
Yeah.
Bastogne, they would have done it.
No kidding, eh?
But they spread their troops out,
Uh-huh.
making these
Right.
shots here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't work
No,
out.
wow.
And that's how we stopped them.
Isn't that something, eh? Because there was so much confusion there. There was traffic jams and, I mean, guys going in, guys coming out.
Well, they had troops from the 28th Division running around, from the 106th Division running around because they got overrun.
Yeah,
And I was on a roadblock when this all happened when we first got there.
yeah.
And
Bunch of
now the
guys,
road
GIs.
comes up,
Uh-huh.
and there's a high-ranking officer with them. So I stopped them. I halted, you know.
Mhm.
You know, I had to see who they were,
Yeah.
and they were from the 28th Division
Wow.
that got overrun with the 106th.
Yeah.
And
And they were all green troops.
yeah, they were just on the line. Well, the 106 was green. The 28th already had combat.
Okay, yeah.
But the 106 was green.
Nice,
They didn't
huh?
know what the hell hit them.
Wow.
But anyway, before you go, I'm gonna give you this.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna sign it.
Yeah,
give it
that's
to you.
great. Look at that good-looking dude right there. Oh, my goodness.
That's if you want it.
I want it. I appreciate it, Carmen. No kidding. Yeah, you can sign that for me. That's great. Well, that's awesome.
And these are the pictures, every one of them,
Uh-huh.
that I took out of that camera.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that something?
That's the one that's over there.
Mhm.
And this is another group of, here I am in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And you look here, he's got parachute boots on.
Yeah.
I got goulashes, and he's got combat boots.
How did you get goulashes?
I was lucky.
You no kidding.
Before we left,
Uh-huh.
they told us we're going up north
Uh-huh.
to Bastogne.
Uh-huh.
go down to the supply room and get what you can. I come up with goulashes.
Oh man, you were smart because a lot of the guys were not equipped.
Well, there wasn't that many. So
No.
just a group picture.
Uh-huh. You know, I'm always, what amazes me is that you guys were in such a hell of a situation, but you always smiled. I don't care.
All the
You've
time.
seen the GIs, they were always smiling.
Joking.
Yeah.
At the worst times. Making jokes.
Yeah.
You see this picture?
Yeah.
It was taken in seconds.
Wow.
These are our foxholes back here.
No
we
kidding.
jump out of our foxholes, take a picture.
And run your
it looks
butts
like,
back.
It looks like Hollywood,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But they run your butts back in the hole.
Boom, right away, because
Yeah.
they would shell us with mortars, you know.
Isn't that something? My goodness.
There's one, yeah, I'm in a foxhole.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Somebody's foxhole.
Yeah, it looks pretty cold, buddy.
Yeah. Now, Al, he
Uh-huh.
was from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
One of my best friends
Uh-huh.
in combat. And he got nicked in the ear
Uh-huh.
by one of our own machine guns.
No kidding.
We were attacking, you know.
Yeah.
Attacking. And they sent him back and, to
Right.
touch up his ear.
Yeah.
So we already took all these pictures. So what has happened, I said, I give him the roll, the camera. I said,
Uh-huh.
Al, you're going back. His name was Almovich. We
Yeah.
called him Al.
Uh-huh.
And I said, take the camera and keep it. I says,
Yeah.
and I'll catch up with you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, what happens, they patch him up. He comes back to the line. He's on the line a couple of days. He gets killed. A mortar shell came in and
Oh, no.
just cut him all up.
Oh, man.
And the supply sergeant is the guy that goes around taking their personal stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Now this supply sergeant, his name was, I forget, he was no good. I hated him.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hate too many people, I hated him.
Yeah.
And he never sent none of Al's stuff home,
Oh, no.
plus that camera that belonged to me.
Yeah.
Well, you know, during combat, you never catch up with these
Exactly.
guys too
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
You know, they're not in your squad or anything.
Uh-huh.
I got to Burgess Garden, and I catch up with him.
Uh-huh.
And we went round and round. By this time, they gave him a battlefield promotion. I don't know how they did it.
No kidding.
But the colonel there,
Yeah.
he told me one day, it's the worst thing he ever did.
No
was
kidding,
give
eh?
that guy a battlefield.
You never got the camera back then?
Yeah.
Oh, you did get it back?
No, he wouldn't give it to
Oh,
me.
he wouldn't give it to you?
So I said, give me the film that was in it. You can keep the damn camera.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's what I was
yeah,
interested
yeah,
in,
yeah.
the film.
Sure, the film, yeah.
It's all film.
So you got the film.
That's how I got all these
Ain't that
pictures.
something, eh?
And he kept the camera. He could
Camera.
have it.
It's probably a Leica, a German camera, I bet.
65 years later,
Uh-huh.
I come in contact with the guy that owned that camera.
No kidding.
Did you hear that story?
No.
Oh, shit.
No kidding.
I got a friend, he's a friend, I never met him, but he's a friend,
Uh-huh.
a historian in Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
Sit down.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you the story. He's a historian in Cleveland. He knows all about me. He was friends with my platoon sergeant.
Yeah.
He meets this GI,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, well, you know, what were you? He said, I was with the 101st.
Uh-huh.
He said, well, what'd you do? He said, well, I was a medic in the medical detachment.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no kidding. He says, you know, I never met Carmin, but he's a friend of mine through the email and all.
Right.
He said, he told me he found a camera in a foxhole,
Uh-huh.
and he took pictures, and he sent them to me.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy says, camera? He said, I was the only one in my company, the medical company,
Right.
that had a camera. And in fact, he said, it's against the law to have a camera in combat.
Uh-huh. Wow.
They don't allow you to have cameras in them days.
Yeah.
He said, no kidding. He said, that's my camera. He gives him my phone number. He calls me.
Mm-hmm.
And we start talking. I explained that Kodak. I said it was black.
Uh-huh.
A small camera. I said Kodak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my camera.
No kidding.
It just so happens that he's invited to Belgium at the crossroads where the medical hospital was.
Yeah.
Because he was the only medic they could find alive today.
Oh, no kidding.
And I happen to be invited to the same thing.
Isn't that something?
And we meet and we talk about his camera.
Ain't that
And I
something?
told him I never got the camera, I got the film.
Uh-huh.
And it was his camera. After 65 years, he found out where his camera went.
Isn't that something, eh? That's what I'm saying. That's amazing when you think about it. You know,
65 years.
how that 65 years. Well, you know, when I look at this here, I mean, you take a look at that Paul Lauer, just an example.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the heck he was.
Yeah.
And he tells me on the internet he met this guy in Bastogne named Carmin Gisi. So I said, what the heck? You got to be kidding. So I email him back, and like I said, he said, yeah. He said, so I sent him the picture of you and me, and he blew his mind. Now he contacts me all the time, and I send him your stuff, you know what I mean? You know, and you know, it's like me sitting here with you now. To me, it's unique. It really is. Yeah.
But that's the story of the camera.
Ain't that something?
That was his camera. And 65 years later,
Here it
he
is.
found out what happened to his camera.
And yeah,
And we
and you
met.
got the pictures on it.
And he got invited to the ceremony.
Yeah.
It so happened that I was invited.
No kidding, that's something.
And we met at the airport in New York.
Yeah.
And we were both celebrities at the dedication.
And dedication. That's
Right at
something.
the spot
Oh wow.
where the hospital was.
Yeah, that's something.
Hank Skowronski.
Well, let me tell you, Carl, I mean, Carmen, it's been a real privilege for me to be here with you visiting today.
it's a
I really mean
pleasure.
that, and it was a pleasure for me to
be
buy.
with you, Bob.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, we'll get together again here, and maybe one day we can have a vet fest out at the ranch. Get one of your buddies to bring you out, and your missus will have a barbecue out there.
Yeah.
You can, you know, it's so peaceful and quiet out there.
Maybe when Barry comes back, or,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
when the weather gets nice.
Yeah.
In the spring, maybe we could.
Yeah, do something like that. But anyway, I want to shake your hands right there with the Carl Gisi, 101st Airborne, survivor of the Battle of the Bulge, which this month, of course, in a few days, will be the anniversary, 73 years.
2 more days.
2 more days.
The 16th.
That's amazing, you know.
And we went up on the 18th.
Isn't that something, man?
And we get surrounded on the
Yeah.
22nd or so. Couple
Yeah,
days
Homer
later.
was telling me, he said when those, on the 16th in the morning, when that artillery went off, he said he'd never forget it. For hours, and buried their face in the snow for hours.
They said it was hell.
It was hell, yeah.
And there's nothing worse than being under an artillery barrage.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was under one in Holland
Yeah.
for an hour.
Market
I'll
Garden.
never forget it.
Yeah.
One shell came so close to my hole that it knocked me upside down.
No kidding.
1 hour continuously.
Oh, wow.
Shells coming into the orchard.
Ain't that
So I
something?
can
Attest to that.
contest to that guy.
Well, anyway, folks, right there you have Carl Gisi, and of course your brother here in Texas. We appreciate it. We just want God to bless him and his family.
Thank you,
And
Robert.
yes, sir. And you can say hi to all the folks out there in Belgium there, and
Hi,
Canada.
folks in Belgium. One of the nicest people I ever came in contact with in my life.
There you go. You heard it right here in Texas, the Longhorn State and the Lone Star State.